Hello, hello, my pretties, and welcome to another Critics Collective with your girl Iris. If you can't tell already, we are going to be talking about Netflix original series Wednesday Season 2. So, for this one, of course, your girl had to take out a couple of her little trinkets. I have my Wednesday amulet ready for this discussion, and I have a lovely guest joining me on this call. The main man himself, Thing. Hello, Thing. Welcome to the show. But before we deep dive into the discussion on the new season 2, I did want to show you guys a couple of products that NYX Cosmetics did in collab with Wednesday. Now, we are not being paid or sponsored by NYX Cosmetics. Let me just put that out there. But I saw a couple of their things. Your girl likes to wear a little bit of makeup, so I was like, let's check it out. Now, I'm more into neutral colors. So I was worried, like, oh, are these going to be like purple, blacks, and, something too wild. That wouldn't be me. But they actually are really pretty. So I did purchase the NYX Cosmetic Wednesday Welcome to Nevermore Academy palette. It is super, super cute. Kind of like when you move it, you can see a thing walking back and forth, back and forth. That is so cool. I really, really like it. And I love that they stayed to theme with the colors, your purples, your blues, your blacks. I kind of thought that's what the colors were going to kind of look like, but actually, let me open this up. So I did open this up already just to at least check out the colors. But they're actually kind of neutral, and I like that. I really, really, really do like that. I really do like the packaging that it came in. It's in a dark purple case. I've already shown you the front, and then of course they just have like the ingredients and stuff like that in the back. The only thing that I was like, I would have really liked if they would have named each and every one of the colors. They're basically just labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I really would have liked a little bit more of that. There is a peely part. I haven't peeled that up. It just says peel for more ingredients. So I'm assuming that there are no names listed on the other side, but you never know. If you bought this and you peeled it back, please let me know. Because I just don't feel like going through the frustration of trying to peel it. But this palette is called the Nevermore Academy palette. Yeah, shadow palette. Yep, that's it. So let's just dive into the colors. Now, they do have a little decoration here on the inside that is super, super cute. It's like a little letter like, welcome to Nevermore Academy. Outcasts are welcome. They have, of course, here in the corner, if you can see it, Wednesday's cello, and then on the top, of course, the lovely umbrella. Okay, so just real quick on these colors, because I definitely want to get to the review with you guys. These colors are actually very, very pretty. I would say they're, of course, for a smoky eye effect. They do have about 4 different colors here that do have like that glistening undertone to it, that has like, specks of gold, and there's some pink and purple. Out of all of them, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, I have to say I love this one the most. I just want to swatch this one for you so you guys can kind of see if the light hits it well. I do apologize about my lighting. I'm not flicking you guys off, I promise. But look at that. Look at that. That would be awesome as like just a center base color. Or shit, let me see. You know what? If your girl got crazy, maybe even a little bit as a highlight, just maybe. That looks like that would be pretty cool. But the gorgeous, listen to me. The colors are gorgeous. They are pigmented enough. They do need to be layered a little bit. But the black color here for at least the base of doing a smoky eye, it's actually pretty dark. I will actually swatch it for you here. Look at that. Look at how pigmented that is. That is gorgeous. I love that. It's so dark. And then they have this little gold one here in the corner. It's not as hard pigmented as the first one that I did, but it has like the little touches, so I feel like if you wore this like during the day and the sun is, either touching your underneath the brow right here, or even just, your lid, or even if you use it as like a small highlight along the edge of your face or the bridge of your nose, the sun would hit that baby like yes. You can kind of see it a little bit in the camera, but they are very pretty. I really love the palette. I hope to use it soon. I haven't used it yet. As soon as I use it, I swear I will let you guys know, but it is a gorgeous palette. Now, there were other products online. When I went to purchase, a lot of the stuff was sold out. Of course, why wouldn't it be? It's NYX Cosmetics and it's Wednesday. But thankfully, one of the items that I really did want is the phone umbrella. Oh, I'm holding that upside down. It's the phone umbrella. Super cute. I did previously open it, but I do want to show you guys what this looks like. It is so cute. So this is the little hand. You suction it to the back of your phone, right? And then you take out the little umbrella when this is suctioned to your phone, of course. And then you pop that baby open. Isn't it cute? It is so cute. It's really not a necessity. It is more of a want, but I thought it was super cute. I really love it. And then with the little hand, it has this little slot right here that you can kind of just, so when rain or shine, you can use this over your phone. I thought it was so cute. When I saw them first come out, I was like, oh my God, I hope it's still there. And it was, thankfully, and I was able to get it. And I really like it. I have not used it yet either. It is super cute. I will put it on my phone, take a picture of it, and post it on my Instagram. If you want to check it out, just check it out right here at Iris_Critics Collective on IG. Currently, I am only on IG. That's where I do most of my social media for the Critics Collective. Right. So, and I will even try one of these. I will even try the palette here, and maybe do a little smoky eye for you guys, and I'll post it on my IG. I'm really excited to try this. But thankfully, I did go back onto the website, the NYX website, and some of their products again have been restocked. So I did purchase some other things. I think, what was it? The cello eyeliner and one of their glosses. I will also include that on my IG as well, so you guys can see what it looks like. I'll put it on my eye. And the coolest thing about the cello eyeliner is that it's purple. It's not that typical black color, because, I usually wear black anyway, but it's purple. So I was like, I'm going to try it. It may not be my go-to everyday go out, but it's in the shape of a cello, so why not? But anyways, now to get down to the nitty-gritty of why we are here to review Wednesday season 2. Now, of course, here on the Critics Collective, if you do want to hear more of our reviews, please like, subscribe, and comment down below so you can continue checking us out. Okay, so Wednesday season 2. So I honestly did have to take some notes on this one. Nothing too heavy, nothing too crazy, I promise. But usually, sometimes these shows that really capture us with the first season are like over the top. Everyone loves it. It's amazing. And then sometimes they kind of drop the ball. as seasons go on and then shows end up being canceled. But I would have to say that Tim Burton did quite well with the season, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I thoroughly enjoyed season 2 for sure, 100%. Now, what I loved most about this new season, of course, is the introduction of new characters. We always like introduction of new characters, how they're going to relate to the story, how they affect our main protagonists. So they didn't go too overboard with introducing us to new people, but they sprinkled it. They sprinkled it, and I liked it. I can't complain. And of course, we had a lot of our oldies but goodies return for this new season. Some were missing. Tear, and that's all I have to say about that. But the story still was not lacking. I did like the subtle changes that they did to the setting of the, of the academy. Like, this isn't really a spoiler, in my opinion. I am going to try to stay spoiler free, but I did like that they added like a little coffee cart. Like, that was so, of this generation, everyone needs a cup of coffee. So I loved the little coffee cart that they had on campus for the students on, in this new season. I thought that was so cute. Just a small little touch, a little add to it. And I really, really liked how, now to just to jump the gun here, how we dove into more of Morticia's side of her family. Because usually when we see anything Addams family related, what is it about? The Addams family, which of course is Gomez and Fester's primary name. Any of the other characters that we get introduced to, in any of the other Addams family, what were they? They were Addamses. They weren't Frumps. Because as you know, or if you don't know, Morticia's maiden name prior to her being married to Gomez was Frump. So they give us a little glimpse into her life and, prior to Gomez. And I like that. I really did enjoy that, because I want to learn more about Morticia and what it was like growing up for her and how that relates to her character now as an adult and how that's going to connect to her relationship with Wednesday. And we're getting a glimpse of that. And I really, really like that. And my biggest thing that I also really enjoy, and I'm going to do my best to keep this spoiler free, is that they give us a little background on my man Thing here. We all wonder about Thing, where he comes from, what his life, prior to being in the Addams family. They give us a little glimpse, a little something, and I can definitely appreciate that. It answers some of the age-old questions when it comes to the Addams family, and I hope as we get new seasons, as the story progresses, that we are going to get more, not just of the Addams family, but the Frump family, and maybe even give us a little bit more a Thing, a little something, even if they don't, at least with Thing's storyline, if they leave us where we're at, that's perfectly fine, but I would like a little bit more. And I loved that this season really left me wanting more, which is a high for me because I am listing it as a high, but at the same time, I'm also listing it as a low because it makes me anxious because I feel like 8 episodes with so much story to share is not enough. And they gave us a lot, and I feel like they tried to squeeze it into these 8 episodes, which they still did a really good job, but it left me wanting more in a good way and in a annoyed way because I'm like, no, wait, you can't just leave us here. I need to know who this is. I need to know what's happening next. And I know, of course, that is a part of the whole game to, you know, keep you engaged, keep you wanting more, keeping the ratings of the show so that it doesn't leave air. But it also pisses me off because I remember back in the day, like when a season had 22 episodes, 24 episodes, and now they're like, hey, the max we'll give you is like 8, maybe 10. If we're feeling generous, we'll give you maybe 12. But it's like, damn, you know, I need more. I need more. I need more than 8 episodes. I can't take it. It's driving me nuts. And I want to say one of my other lows for this season was, and I feel like this is going to be a spoiler, is that you find out more of Wednesday's family's lies. Like, I thought we learned our lesson in the first season, and it's like it just happens again. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it helps contribute to the story. And if you haven't seen it, go. I'm gonna stop there with it. If I keep on more, I'm gonna end up spoiling it even more. But I felt like that should have already been a lesson learned in the first season. So why are we bringing it again in the second season? I hope that doesn't end up being an ongoing, like, minor theme in connection to our story. At least not from the parents. If somebody else is lying, then, you know, okay, cool. This is a different character. This is, you know, someone different. But if it continues coming from the parents, it's like, okay, we need to think of something else. Ooh, thing. Homie. Don't fall. Don't fall. Alrighty. So, please, like I stated before, comment down below. Share your thoughts. If you've seen season 2, if you agree with me, great. If you don't and you think what I'm saying is a bunch of bullshit, let me know. I want to hear. I want us to have a conversation. So why don't we just dive in and rate this baby? Yes, yes. Here on the Critics Collective, we rate our shows using accolades. 5 accolades being excellent, 4 being good, 3 being average, 2 being a below average, 1 being poor quality, and 0 accolades being horrible. Horrible. Now, you guys will be pleasantly surprised with what I am going to give this. Even though I have stated that I did love this season just as much as the first season, I am not giving it a 5. I know you probably like, oh, she gonna give it a 5. No, I'm actually gonna give this one a 4. It was really good, and I am excited about the next season. But because of some of my lows that I mentioned, you know, that it's, you know, one of the minor parts of the story is, you know, parents lied again about something. I feel like they crammed so much within the 8 episodes, even though they did display it very well. I'm not gonna say that they didn't. And of course, like, it left me wanting more. More episodes, more to my story, because 8 episodes is just not enough for me. It's not. Maybe it's enough for you guys. Please let me know, because it really, really isn't. But anyways, like I mentioned before, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. And thank you for joining me, your girl, on another Critics Collective, here with my main man, thing.